talking that King Richard. It's like a movie, I'm seeing the bigger picture. These fellas are Cinderellas, I'm crushing them glass slippers.
On sight, I give you the green light. It's all bark, we all bite.
You gambling with your life? Let's roll the dice.
Piece of problems if this dog in a fight.
That's right.
Legendary.
Open the wide.
Something like
I just pull up with a few.
we can't arrange that.
Dropping out of the blue.
You know what that.
All I wanna do is and just take your money. All I wanna do is and just take your money.
Hip hop took this globe.
We done did it.
Wanna see a mogul? We showing you how to pivot. Got this from DMC. Let's run with it. Took the fundamentals and having some fun with it.
These songs, King Kong, my team strong. Godzilla set fire to whatever I breathe on. Got the killers in choir all singing my theme song.
I could never do this alone. Still Dre, still on chop, still got it. The Sonic still iconic, they still product. I seen the money coming, I showed you that I'm a prophet.
And I'm riding shotgun in case get out of pocket. Why you wanna press the issue? You need to stop and keep a lawyer on retainer for depositions and dockets. Back to the topic in case you forgot it. Anonymous head bobbing, baby, keep that popping front.
Baby, I'm just trying to get
Legendary.
open them wide.
Something like
Mind if I pull up with a few.
we can't arrange that.
Dropping out of the blue.
You know what that.
All I wanna do is and just take your money. All I wanna do is and just take your money.
I wanna try to beat the force. I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece. Wanna see some more? 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 Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece. Wanna see some more?
Don't be afraid of the bounce. See when you take
The playoffs are in full swing as we welcome you to this postseason contest on EA Sports. The moment these NFC teams have waited for all season long. We're away in Wildcard Weekend. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return.
running through his mind all day. I'm tired. I'm the boss now. You higher. Hang the phone up. I'm so wired. Couldn't sleep. My floor's too high up. I got keys. That girl's on fire. Who's the boss? I got 5 on me. Like what's the cost? I'm at 5 hotel in a suite. I'm lost in white. Get down sheets. I got stripes on my cheeks. Hermes fur on my feet. I'm a lead. I ain't giving nothing back, and I'm gone so far, I ain't coming back. I ain't giving nothing back, and I'm gone so far, I ain't coming back. We burning up. Every time we hear me, we turning up. Every time you see me, I look like bugs. Pound my friends in a big black truck. I'm Vanessa, I like salsa, I'm a dancer, dancer. You pay fees for my big show in Ibiza, for my leisure. I don't do arguments in my relationships, I'm lit. You don't want me standing on this and say something, I'm rich. It don't make no sense how I make this, I'm lit. I don't do two-face and
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we're on the road to the Super Bowl. Immortality begins for most teams. We're underway from Wildcard Weekend. And he'll be out of bounds at the 22-yard line on the return. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. They kick the running back in motion. Coming out throwing is Williams. He's on the move. Going deep right away. And what a way to get this one started, but his deep shot falls incomplete.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
It's taken in by Romadunze. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's good for a Bears first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
Even though that run did not net them a first down, I can promise you this, Kate. I promise you. I know how it works. They're going to circle that one. They're going to remember that one. And when they need some key yards on the ground, they'll come back to that call later.
Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches.
Let's go.
Fullback dive up the gut. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
Last two plays have been tremendously efficient for this offense. Get a good gain on first down that sets up 2nd and short. And then like John Madden used to say, boom, that fullback moves the chains.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Williams to throw on first. Escapes the pocket. Did not like what he was seeing, Brock, and he just hurls this one away.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time secondary, well, they got real sticky, stayed tight, and forced the throw away.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Williams from the gun. Finds his running back, DeAndre Swift. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him, turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
So it'll be another 1st and 10 for him, Brock, down at the opposing 37. They put a receiver in motion right. 1st down, Williams. Forced out to his right. Ooh, look at this, here he goes. And he drives it close to the red zone before going out. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first. Out of the gun, here's Williams. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And a big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and clear. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home that sack.
Trying again, following the sack. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. Working quickly here. Williams with 3rd and long. Throwing deep for the end zone. And that one's incomplete, pretty fortunately so. That was a big risk, nearly an end zone turnover. Instead, it brings up 4th down. And he missed it. It's no good. And we continue to await our opening score of this ball game.
He was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
Finds him over the middle. And he has this one past the 50 and will start downhill into Bears territory.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on the 3rd and short.
Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard.
Let's go now.
Staying with Walker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Running with Walker again. And he's able to take this one down to the 25.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
It's now 3rd down.
Out of the shotgun, Howell. Caught near the goal line. There it is, touchdown Seattle. The Seahawks get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Seahawks will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The kicking team ready for the Seahawks, and forward they run to send it away. Kickoff taken at the 3. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Williams on the play action. He gets this to Tyler Scott. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's a Chicago 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game.
We're back and all set for the 2nd quarter. Bears football. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Williams. That's complete, Cole Kmet. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man.
This is brought in at the 15. That one goes for 31 yards and a 1st down when all is said and done. From the red zone now. The throw is caught. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. They get 2 on the play, and now they've got 1st and goal.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
Swift is charged towards the line. That's right around 3 yards.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
The nose of the football inside the 1. Here's 2nd and goal. He tries to sneak it, and he gets taken down immediately right at the line of scrimmage. Offense up to the line fast. Trying to run with Swift. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Bears can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. DeAndre Swift, the touchdown. Santos connects on the point after. And the Bears tie this game 7-7. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. He's out in the clear. All the way. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks need only one to take the lead. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
The kicking team ready for the Seahawks, and forward they run to send it away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. To throw is Williams. Taking his shot deep down the field it goes. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And it's going to be 2nd down.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Williams throwing again here on 2nd down. He's loaded another one up. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that's good for a Bears 1st down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
To the outside, it's intercepted. Rick Woolen with the INT. Well, it's a position you expect interceptions from, Brock, but not a lot of them come easier than that for a cornerback. His teammate makes the hit as the QB tries to throw it, and it really affected how that one came out.
Yeah, that corner's going to get that pick under his stat column individually, but that was a collective effort. It was all about the pass rush. And those great corners, they know it. They know it takes everybody. The guys up front doing their job, and when the ball falls harmlessly in his hands like that, well, he does his job to finish with the INT.
They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
Kate, that's the type of run that shines the light well on him as a runner, of course, but you got to give a lot of credit to everybody else. Those skill guys, when you have an outside run, they got to do their job. Not just the big boys up front, not just the running backs. That takes everyone on the perimeter blocking to get a big run like that.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34.
Cowboy 80. Ready. Come 19. Come 19.
Working from the pistol, Howell. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Jalen Johnson with the pick. And the Bears get the football back inside the 45-yard line after the interception. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got one, we got two. Do I hear a third interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought that defenders are offensive guys with bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
First down throw by Williams. That one doesn't find its man, incomplete.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
Throwing again on second, Williams. Swift hauls it in. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
We're at the 2-minute warning now from Seattle. The Bears working here. Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. Sticking in the air, it's Williams. He finds him beyond the marker. Pickup of a few as he heads out of bounds. They only needed a couple, and that is what they got. Not the most impressive gain, but a big one as they get the first. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Here's Williams. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. 16 yards on the play. And that's a Chicago first down. Out of the shotgun to give to Swift. And he takes this one in for a Chicago touchdown. The Bears earn the chance to tie before halftime. DeAndre Swift, the touchdown. Extra point is good by Santos. And the Bears tie things up at 14. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
2nd and 10. Here's Howell. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Let's go now.
Running back sent in motion. Howell throwing on 3rd down. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
He's got it at the 24. And he's brought down before the return gets far. That punt gets up to 59 yards. And it's going to be Bears football. Ball at the 33 for first down. Williams will look to throw. Gets everything he has under this throw. That's caught at the 25. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
And he's into the front for a gain of about 2. Bears trying to get everyone set. They're going quickly here. Now he'll just throw it away, but here comes the flag. There was nobody in the neighborhood of that one. Timeout Chicago. It uses its second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Penalty not helping their cause for this third down. Williams from the gun. Looking for the end zone and a deep shot. He's got it deep downfield. And in for the Chicago touchdown. Santos now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bears break that tie and now lead by 7. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. First and 10, but only time left for maybe a couple of plays here.
Here we go, here we go.
The Bears going to use their third and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. First and 10, but only time left for maybe a couple of plays here.
Let's go. 60 Maverick. Take over.
He's back to throw. And they don't connect there, so only 6 seconds remaining.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down.
19 tight.
Looking to throw. He throws a bullet down the right sideline. That's grabbed inside the 30. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. All right, Brock, that was enough of a break. Back to playoff football as the second half of our wild card game gets underway. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Howell from the gun. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You know, so often we talk about speed offensively, right? We love receivers that can run. Well, that was a perfect example of how speed kills you defensively. A hurried throw, almost an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack. Speed's the difference.
Makes the grab in bounds left side. They get 40 on the big hitter. And the Seahawks will have a first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
First and 10 after that last highlights. They're at the 30. Hand off to Walker from the gun. And he's brought down for a loss. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Defense showing blitz. Howell. He gets it complete to Kenneth Walker. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle! The Seahawks cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Seahawks tie this game at 21. The kicking team ready for the Seahawks, and forward they run to send it away. And that one hit the landing zone first and then into the end zone. So it's going to be a touchback out to the 20. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. They send a man in motion. Williams to throw on first. He's got him. That's Swift. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
First down, Williams. And it falls incomplete. Went for the deep ball there, but just couldn't connect. Now throw in the direction of DJ Moore. So it's second down coming up.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
Here's Swift on second down. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
To be a stud back in this league, it takes more than just checking the athletic boxes. There's an IQ, a feel, a patience and craftiness required along with just tremendous vision. He showed all of it navigating that run up the middle.
Working from the gun, Williams. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Rome Odunze, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Second and 10 now. Buys time, rolling right. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Seahawks return the interception almost to midfield before the tackle's made. Wow, this has been a great game so far, Brock. A hard-fought first half, but they're really offering an edge to their opponent here by throwing a pick on their opening drive.
And now we'll get to see if they can capitalize that and pull ahead. They've already got the ball once this half. You know that they're loose, and now they get it back just one snap later.
The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. First and 10. Drive starts with a quick throw left, complete. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Fights off the pressure. He's running for it. They get an even 10 on that play. And it sets up Seattle with first down.
Well, I think he was looking for that running lane and that running room from the very start right there, partner. Even as he worked through his progression initially, he was waiting for space to open, and then he takes advantage with his leg.
This has been a trend, yet another interception. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears have it now as he makes the 20th interception of his career. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks him up, gets it right back for him.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy out, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
Williams on the play action. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. They get it right back. That's intercepted. Reek Woolen with the INT. And the Seahawks take possession right along the 25-yard line. Oh, my goodness, Brock. I don't think I've ever seen this back-to-back plays, and we've got back-to-back interceptions.
And I would be stunned here, Kate, floored, if we saw a third in a row right here. It might be the time to remind both of these offensive coordinators, you can run the ball, because these secondaries are locked in.
Walker on first down. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. It is Cup left side. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
Throwing on third, Howell. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! Bears pick it up, headed the other way. And he's going to return this to the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago! The Bears capitalize on that turnover and take the lead. Like a freight train leaving the station after scooping up that fumble. Oh, he got moving on his way to the end zone, Brock. Nice hustle from the big man.
Is there anything more fun than seeing these big old human beings get their chance to get on a scoreboard? You see how it just ignites everybody.
Santos now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bears break that tie and now lead by 7. Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored. And with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Howell. Taylor makes the catch. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Give him 24 on that play. And the Seahawks will have a 1st down. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Running back, motioning right. Here's Howell, 1st and 10. He lofts it deep left. Taking a deep shot there on first down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
Howell again on 2nd and 10. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
To throw again, it's Howell. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Tremaine Edmonds has it. And the Bears are going to take over after his 9th interception of the season.
This is a time that the communication upstairs from the booth, Kate, down to the field, it starts to get just a little bit hot. These eyes in the sky, they've got to help this quarterback try to see the field because right now, with the 3rd interception, man, he is killing his team.
And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
60 by 6, 60 by 6. Roll. 60 even, 60.
Staying grounded with Swift. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. It's a pickup of 11. And that's good for a Bears 1st down. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. They send a tight end in motion. 1st down, and they go right back to him. And this is a nice gain. That stopped at the 47. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
2nd and 3 now. Going to run again with Swift. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. We're down to 1 quarter before we determine our wild card winner. It's Bears football. They just need to close this quarter out, and they're on to the next round. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7.
Let's go. Top row 80. Top 19. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Take over.
Out of the gun, here's Williams. They did it! He made the interception! Seahawks have some new life in the 4th.
4 picks, 1 game. Yeah, I get it. They've not all been his fault, but it isn't any easier to stomach. For the sake of his mental game, I think it's about time to limit things to short, easy passes or simply take him off this field altogether.
Ready.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line.
70 range.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. This is Metcalf working that right side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Walker now from the gun. And all he can get is 1 yard, ran that right into the defensive front.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
70 Timberwolf. Go.
Howell out of the shotgun. This one's caught. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. The rookie from Miami, they're on the stop. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2.
Here we go, set.
Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. He brings it in. Will be touchdown short of the marker, so 4th down coming up.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL. Everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
Buffalo 18. Stephanie. 70 Lions. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Ready.
Desperation time here on 4th. He's on the move. And they get to him on 4th down. It's a sack and a turnover on downs.
Well, this one never had a chance. Between the pressure right there in his face and the coverage downfield, quarterback still should have at least thrown it up there and given somebody an opportunity to make a play.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Williams. Not enough on this throw. It hits the turf instead of his man. Looking for the back that time. And it sets up 2nd down.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Williams from the gun. Catch is made down the right sideline. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that's a Chicago 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
First down, here's Swift. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead,
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
We get so stuck, Kate, on decision-making being the ball in the hands and where's he throwing it. The ball in the hands in the passing game, and what kind of decision is he going to make? When in reality, in this game, in the 4th quarter, decision-making is also knowing when to salvage a play. Salvage that real estate that's so important to try to play a little add-on and make this a 2-score game. That's not going to help in that decision at all.
Receiver in motion, going left. He's back to throw. Trying for the deep ball. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. On 4th down, it's Torrey Taylor on for the Bears to punt this away. He sends this away, and this is going to be a field flipper. Signals for the fair catch, and he's got it at the 27. No return on that punt. And it'll be Seahawks football. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll motion him out of the backfield. First down, Howell. Oh no, they get him yet again. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears take possession of the football. Well, Brock, it has been a special day for this defense when it comes to forcing turnovers. Big play after big play, and that is their 4th interception of this contest.
Special for the defense and an absolute nightmare for a quarterback. 1 interception, it sticks with you all week long. But throwing 4, he probably wishes he could be anywhere else on earth. other than this field right now. Kid, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
Check smash. Three. Bronco switch. Go.
A handoff left for Swift. And it's a nice gain off a really good effort there just to stay upright. 6 yards to pick up there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
Let's go.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. On 3rd down, here's Swift. Finds a big lane. And he has this all the way down to the 14-yard line. They're now set for 1st and 10. Running with Swift out of the gun. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. No surprises here. Defense quick to stop that clock. We've got 1:53 left in this game.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. Swift hauls it in. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. Now Seattle going to call it 2nd timeout. And they'll have just one left to burn now.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep them short of the sticks.
A little touch pass here, trying to move the chains. Touchdown, Chicago! Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Santos connects on the point after. And the Bears double their lead to 14.
Seahawks 21. Cairo Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback, this drive starting from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Warriors 70. 18 rep, take go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
Go!
They put a receiver in motion here left. Play action here with Howell. On target to his man Taylor. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. the air on first down. Howell. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
You know, a couple of my favorite nicknames, Kate, over the last decade in football. The Legion of Boom, obviously, out in Seattle. But how about the no-fly zone that was cooking in Denver? That right there, that is a no-fly zone. Trying to make the play in the end zone, and a beautiful job by the defender to knock it away.
Got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. But it looks like someone from the Seahawks got on top of it, and they'll get it back. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock, but now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble. They just forced.
They do. Got to bring a little bit of juice, but kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. Man, if I get that first cut, I can make them bleed. And you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next.
You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
And they won't do it. That falls incomplete on fourth down.
I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in four-down territory, down a couple scores here in the fourth. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. With the win in hand, they'll take the knee, let this clock run out.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down. They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
So the Bears take this one on the road. And you never want to count out those wild card teams once the postseason begins, right? We've seen a few go on magical runs before, and they've officially begun theirs here, fighting their way to next week's divisional round games. So for Brock Eward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. The Bears winners as we say so long from Seattle.